Hey there, history buffs and map nerds. Let's travel back in time, all the way to 1607. Imagine a world before smartphones, social media, and even electricity. In this era, a map of North America looked vastly different from what we see today. This wasn't just about inaccurate coastlines, it was a whole other vision of nations and borders. This map, my friends, is a relic from a time when European powers were just beginning to understand the vastness and potential of the New World. It shows a smattering of European colonies clinging to the edges of a continent largely unknown and uncontrolled. And guess what? Large chunks of what we now call the United States were labeled Florida, hinting at the extensive reach of Spanish influence at the time. The map is like a time capsule, reminding us that the lines we draw on maps are not eternal decrees, but rather fluid strokes that change with the tides of history. The idea of borders in our modern world. To truly grasp the weight of Sheinbaum's comment, we need to rewind the clock a few centuries. Remember that 1607 map? Well, it wasn't long before the European powers started coloring outside the lines, so to speak. The Spanish, with their conquistadors and missionaries, carved out a vast empire across the Americas, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural and linguistic landscape. From Mexico to Chile, Spanish influence took root, shaping everything from architecture to cuisine. And here's the kicker: it didn't stop at the Rio Grande. Places like California, Texas, and Arizona were all once part of Mexico. Now I know what you're thinking. Trevor, you're messing with us, right? Texas and Mexico? Those are like polar opposites, and on the surface you'd be right. But peel back the layers of history and you'll find a shared past that continues to resonate today. Section 4. Echoes of the Past, Whispers of the Future. The history of the US-Mexico border is a tale of conquest, conflict, and ultimately, coexistence. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848, which officially ended the Mexican-American War, redrew the map yet again, ceding vast territories to the United States. But even as the political boundaries shifted, the cultural and human connections endured. Think about it, the vibrant Mexican-American communities scattered across the Southwest, the enduring influence of Mexican cuisine, the unmistakable rhythm of mariachi music. These are all testaments to a shared heritage that transcends political borders. This brings us back to Sheinbaum's intriguing comment, Mexican America. Two words, yet they encapsulate centuries of intertwined history, cultural fusion, and the enduring legacy of a shared past. It's a reminder that borders, while seemingly concrete, are often porous, allowing for the flow of ideas, people, and traditions. Section 5, A Continent United? So, what does the future hold for this Mexican America? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? As the world becomes increasingly interconnected, the lines on the map may start to feel less and less relevant. Sheinbaum's comment, whether intentional or not, forces us to confront the complexities of identity in a globalized world. It challenges us to look beyond the political borders and recognize the shared history, culture, and humanity that bind us together. Who knows, maybe someday the idea of a Mexican America won't seem so radical after all. It might just be a reflection of the vibrant tapestry of cultures that make up this continent we call home. And that, my friends, is something worth pondering.